Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are checking out a Jongseob and Intak WASP performance. Am I ready for this? Spiritually, emotionally, physically? No. But some things are worth taking risks for. Alright, it's fine. We can do this. Be totally normal about this whole experience. Alright, I like that they're on platforms by themselves. We won't get any shenanigans. Or at least less shenanigans. Maybe. I love all the like backing vocals at the beginning. Oh god, they got off the platforms. Just first off, I was like, y'all been corralled into your spot, and then they immediately left those places. I'm like, hold on a second. Love the way that they play off of each other, like this whole song though. They're like back and forth, even just with, like ad-libs in the background. Like it just feels very united in the way that they're doing the song, even though it's just the two of them. Also, Intak, sweetie, you don't need sunglasses on inside. There's no light here. You're fine. This hair on him, like the stripes, wild styling. I'm not mad about it. It's just like I'm remembering. I love that like scoop. Even just like all the there's so many ad-libs happening, right? And I like that little with Jongseob's part where he has that like little scoop, but he puts a little bit of a strain on his voice, right? Like that like really wide vowel that he does at the end of that one line where you get with a vocal fry. Such a good little like texture, and there's so many of those little like ad-libs and things around. Like I was saying, it feels very collective between the two of them, of interweaving like different vocal parts and the ad-libs that are going on. Even just like the frame rate is a little bit trippy with my brain trying to process, but I think it fits with the whole like WASP thing, right? Of this being in motion almost like too fast, it gets all like blurred or whatever. So a little grungy about it too. Unnecessary, sir. Wait, I know it's trying to be cool, but that was such a cute little shoulder shimmy. Look at that cutie pie. Need to growl at me. Whoa, that like speed up. Okay, first off, I don't need Jongseob to be any kind of aggressive, even slightly, okay? He can just stay being a cutie pie the way that I know he is off stage. That speed up from Intak's verse though, well done. Don't slightly laugh at me either. The like little laugh in the way that Jongseob comes in. Don't smile cutely and then be aggressive. Add little accent in his voice. I'm sorry, they're trying to be all cool or whatever, and then they smile, and I'm reminded of like cutie pies. Jongseob smiled, and I caved. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all are doing a great job. You sound great. I just got distracted. Just them smiling at each other. Okay, first off, the aura that he has, right? Like the confidence, the stage presence. I love how light his vocals are. Like, I think he could have been so aggressive with the way that he went about the song. And there's something about the very like light, laid back way that he does this verse that just feels more intimidating. Maybe it's just because I'm used to his style within like P1 Harmony's music overall, where he tends to like, yes, have a laid back way of performing, right? There's this kind of confidence that he doesn't need to put in a bunch of like aggression in the way that he's performing, but there's usually so much character in his voice that there's something about him lightening up that sound a lot for this that not only shows that he can do lots of different things with his voice, but there's something like subtly intimidating about someone like very softly putting you in your place. Like it's like that kind of quiet anger that's like more intimidating than someone just like coming at you, and it's a lot. I just need to hear it again. He even has like the wasp like necklace. See, more to his voice there. Just okay, more to his voice right there when he like has Intak there with the back and forth between them. I need him to not smile. He's so cute that it's distracting me. Okay, I'm trying to be all like with you with this song or whatever. The way that it like shook my very being the first time that I heard it. And then he smiles and I'm like, y'all are cutie pie though. I'm sorry, I've seen him do variety content. I'm like, I know you're a cutie pie. I'm gonna let him sing it out. Being able to switch into that too. Intak, what are we doing? Unnecessary. Are we like flying? Is that what wings? Is that what we're trying to do? Don't look at me intimidatingly. I do love how like freeform this performance is though. Like it really is just them like doing the verse or whatever. Well, you don't need to be like intimidatingly looking at me like that after all of that. That was a lot. That was a lot for y'all to just throw me right at the end. Love, again, like I was saying, like kind of freeform of it, because I think it digs into some of the vibe of the song, not just in terms of being like a little bit more grungy, but also it feels a little bit more in line with something that is more rooted in like hip hop and rap as opposed to an actual like full performance. And there doesn't tend to be a lot of like fully choreographed dancing or just like performances in general. It tends to be something that is a little bit more freeform. I like that we had lots of moments where they were playing off of each other, both in terms of like performance vocally, but also like action wise. There were a couple of times where like Intak was like, let me hype up Jongseob for a second, but also somewhere they were almost like facing off, which I think is also indicative of the song, where it's like that kind of undercurrent of like aggression or standing your ground, right? Having the face off at certain points fit in with that as well. But it's such an interesting song, like sonically, the way that they're going about the performance, the vocals of it, and I think that it constantly is playing off of my expectations of what I expected from either of them as performers, which is exactly the way that I would like to have any kind of like solo or unit song. And I think they did a really good job of performing it, again, being able to do some of the rap bits but also some of the like lighter vocals, right? Especially from Jongseob, that like lighter vocal performance that he has, in contrast to him singing some of the like hook parts where he has more of that like closure to his voice, and we get that like vocal fry, that like tension in his voice, but then also incorporating in more of the rap cadence that I'm used to hearing from him, right? So like lots of different modes of his voice, and even like Intak digging into some of the more aggressive delivery, some of like kind of the growl that's there, a lot of the ad libs that are going on, but then to smooth some of it out to again have that like softer threatening undercurrent, right, to some of the performance. There's so many different little things, little nuances to this performance that you have to be able to pull off in a live setting, as opposed to like on a recording where you can like mess around with different like tracks and things when you're like mixing things together, whereas performing it is a different challenge, really fun performance. Honestly, I wanted to see a live performance for this one because not only is it one of my favorite songs from that album, but it's also just, again, there's so many like little things that you have to be able to pull off. And it's not just the technicalities of that, but it's also the persona that you have to have while performing it. There's a certain kind of laid back confidence, but also, again, like that grungy undercurrent of standing your ground. So like that all has to come together into how this performance, they did a great job. But I also, it's too short and I need it to be longer, but I also feel that way about every song that's under 3 minutes. And where's my next unit project of any of the members of P1 Harmony? Where's my solo project? Like a proper solo EP from any of them. I'm just throwing out ideas of like things that at least I would give time and money for. But who am I? But I think they did a great job with this one. I think it was such a surprise to get the two of them doing a song together and what that was gonna sound like, given that they have very different styles, I feel, of performing and like even just personas on stage, that they can blend together as the group, but what does it mean when you just have the two of them playing off of each other? So it was really interesting to see how they went about that performance. But I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this playlist to go to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to me next time I post a P1 Harmony reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.